it's working on our stream.
That's right.
That's it, huh?
I believe so.
Oh my gosh. Okay, we got 2 minutes.
Oh, wow. I think you're live right now.
Oh, I'm live right now. Hi, everybody.
That's awesome.
We don't have 2 minutes. Goodness. Well, if you are here, hello, I'm Paula Cisewski, and I'm glad you're here, and we will get started in about, well, it looks like 1 minute now. So thanks for being here. I'm going to step off screen awkwardly.
I thought you did that really well.
Thank you. I stepped back on screen just as awkwardly. Oh, yay. Oh, wonderful. We're for sure live. I'm so glad. Welcome, everyone. I hope you will say hi in the chat. And I wish this were something like Zoom where I could see all your faces. We picked YouTube because some people don't have all of the same, streaming. So I feel like most people can access YouTube. So hello again. It's wonderful to see you. We are celebrating the launch of my book, which is having, I guess it's 2-month birthday today. Ceremonies for No Repair. Thank you. And I felt like it was meaningful to do at least one online kind of celebration because so much of the book was written in this house in 2020, early 2020, when we were all in our houses and alone, or at least, quarantined, feeling like we were where we were. We were staying where we were, basically. So I want to thank all of my wonderful guests. It's the difference, right? Is like, here's the window where people would visit me sometimes if I would open the curtains, and but a little difference is that I have a house full of beautiful guests. Haley Lasché is here, Michael Kleber-Diggs, Venus DeMars, and Kirk Johnson and Terrance J. Fisher from Run Westy Run, and you'll get to hear from all of them. So I thought I would start us off with one poem from the collection, and then I'll introduce the first guest. This is my first YouTube live, so I'm just happy that it's working. This is the first poem in the book. It's called A River Can the Way a Body Can. Here by the riverbank, everything's frozen. Bare branches balance vacated nests, a squirrel leaps and belly dusts the ruts of cross-country trails. In summer, I took sorrow here to the river, dead marriage, dying mother. It was uncontainable, not unlike big farm runoff or our dumbed-down guns or conceal and carry TikTok accounts. I saw a red fox here once, but not today. Mostly clouds. Mostly other white people with all the right gear shushing through the snow grooves. In summer, it was mostly vaccinated people jogging too close to unvaccinated people, or vice versa. My private sorrow lugged along and tossed in. The river said yes. Yes, I asked first. Hey, I don't want your sorrow gushing downstream to my house, said someone, but emotions are organic. A river can thrash this one against a rock, dizzy it in eddies, and transform any feeling. I really must believe this, the way a body can transform when a body can. Last spring, my body could alter nothing, and so I asked the river. Yes, I believed in it. Hard to imagine in this later season personal sorrow ever having trumped any collective grief. When I say imagine, I mean remember. Imagine spring. A river, a thaw that mirrors a healing, a bald eagle migration, all the returned kinds of green. Hard to remember how sorrow governed last summer, and hard to imagine whether the bottom feeders of the Mississippi, below the current sheets of ice, gulped up, then spat into the silt when, along with my sorrow, I tossed over the bridge my wedding ring. It's my very great honor to introduce Haley Lasché next. I'm going to read a little bio, though she's such a good friend. I feel funny that I'm reading it. I just want to get everything right. Haley Lasché published her first full-length poetry collection, One, with Beauty School Editions, LLC, a poetry press we founded and run together. She continues to edit and produce Concision Poetry Journal triannually, and there's so many other things to know about her. But here she is, Haley Lasché.
Purr of mistake is out of direction. The white flag of fawn kitten, cardboard fully absorbed by rain. The gutter still bears a few plumulous letters contented in curl, frond, claw, piercing grass. Some message or other, made to choose or not choose, but run. Humidity allies light. Ushers the under movement, the gallows of pumping uncontrolled by temperate cloister. Sedum whispers, the ebb and flow most audible in autumn, however hard it bristles, to store the letdown of sap. Deep wood crystal shimmer shakes in the hairs of braided bone, exhaling into a fog. The air and all its inhabitants bloom tall wind into tailwood for this pleasure to hunt. Closed rot, blowing cool front to the seed root spy. Down-filled capillary simpers into groan, a delicacy of mood moss shivered into heat. Francium pricks, little fuzz growth, rippling iris glass, the filament of nubile rooster cough crystals on the shit. Barters a tincture for some vocab, for some hand hungry for wind. Dipped in volatile flight over crisp jasmine foliage, a poison in reverse. Owl flies after murder. Low coins of feathers spent at dusk. Rare underworld of shag ice, mistaken for glass, intrudes upon this stillness. Hook of beak pushed snow, hill sown, to missing pallet. Another old fence post. Nest of cork, crystal molding from spruce. The talon, net singed, and the phelum of wings, blister of leaves, furrowing the dead to surface. So these are all pieces of the book One, which Paula so graciously talked about, and also that she edited. I think no one may know my work as well as Paula does, like including me. And so having her eyes on this book really, I'm so grateful. And I think of all the conversations we had leading up to being able to think about this as a manuscript, all of the things that we talked about, all of the spaces and questions that were never answered, but gave me a moment to really consider what the craft was it couldn't have happened without her careful eye, her wisdom, and her beautiful ear for language. So yes, thank you. So of course it's a great honor to be here reading this book that she had such a strong hand in celebration of her gorgeous book, which and I'm not going to go on too long to talk about it, except to say that if people haven't read it yet, you really got to read it tonight. You have to read it tonight, because of all of the things that it's managing so flawlessly. So, okay, so that's Paula's book. I know I'm supposed to be reading some of my poems, so I'll do a couple of those. And I know I did a little. Also, there's a Cracked Walnut Poets and Pipes coming up very soon, with an evening for neurodivergent. That's promoting some neurodivergent writers. So go to the next Poets and Pints. A little plug for our community as well. Okay. How do I want to do this? Now I'm flustered. Okay, here, let's do this. Blue or night blue or mirror motion. The ground door, neither opening nor closing. The inside of eyelids. Switch yellow on wall or claws holder. Or jacket, though off. Beasts the screen to triple a furtive growl, or a slice up prairie dropseed, whistling for the soil. Follow a smooth heart, however hatched. Half-emptied balloon choosing bounce over roll, to be filled again with milkweed, contemptuous to the forecast. Half scribble faded, how the heart and rib cage take communion of each other. Congenial syncopation of pendulum and mineral. A wire path, then. Careful of hatch crack, igniting mazes, frayed in semblance of polyangular corpse of a thing, smeared under canopy digits, glottal and whispering to the mother, I am stuck. There is an I.
Haley, thank you so much for the super beautiful work. That was my honor to get to spend time with, and for the beautiful, kind words too. Thank you. I think I will read 2 more poems. I'm gonna back up a little bit just to show people a very kind friend and neighbor who knows a lot about sound came by and lent us a wonderful microphone that we didn't that was a problem not to have before, so I'm very happy about it. I picked this one. It's called What is Blue is My Mentor. It's after one of Patty Payne's wrecked archive photos, which you can see on Instagram. But I picked it because I was talking to a friend, and that friend was Haley. So, What is Blue is My Mentor. I was talking to a friend, not in person, of course, on a screen from her new house, alone when a sudden shudder passed through her. Did something just cross behind me? She asked. I said I didn't see anything because, dang it, I didn't see anything. Then it was bedtime. I dreamed a new suitor had invented ingestible music, a bowl of chewable songs at a party. Each guest ate our favorite. Enthralled by the feast of melodies, the strangeness of dreaming up an entirely new person when I haven't seen the old persons in person in how long is quarantine didn't occur to me until I woke in this world where, again, a little vertigo reminds me I don't know what I don't know, but there it hangs on my screen, in my dreams, in the sky which is thankfully brilliant if half haunted, as it canopies our dream bellies full of song, the revised calendar and solitary event of the year. And Ghost of Human Contact. There are many poems in this book called The Ghost of Human Contact. What is memory? So many photos document peak moments from stories that slope low later. Time will give every story an ending. What are endings? I'm in the basement clearing out the ex's trash. How's this guitar still here? Pearl acoustic buried behind married years. It was mine once, but I recall giving it away. I could only ever play Sinead O'Connor's Black Boys on Mopeds, which uses the same chords as Neil Young's Helpless, and probably a lot of other songs too. You think you're playing one song and someone tells you you're playing another. After the last bag went in the can, I didn't know what to do with the hollow sadness, so I drove to Home Depot and sat there in the lot, radio off, nebulously wanting, no shopping list. I watched the slow parade of people push carts trying with vinyl flooring or leaf blowers to make their homes better homes. Just because you're right doesn't mean another person's not also right, but God damn it, I know which song I used to play, and it wasn't Helpless. It's not that time gives stories endings. What does anything begun do but end? It's the new understanding of some particular endings. What is understanding? Now it is my delight and honor to introduce Venus DeMars, lead and founding member of glam punk trans band Venus DeMars and All the Pretty Horses, writer and multimedia artist, Venus.
Hello, everybody. Putting in my guitar. Pretty loud, so I'm gonna watching the meter there. I'm gonna stand back and do a few songs. And I'm gonna do songs that that a lot of you probably already know. So oh yeah. Okay, we got more light. It's getting dark out. You're crying again, 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 again. Still trying. I'm hollow again, 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 again. I'm watching, the stars are in the blue horizon and falling. I'm thinking Our stars so distant, seen from Saturn. Asking, your heart is breaking, do I love you? You're screaming, it's 4 a.m., we're drunk and stupid. White horses are running away from white horses. White horses are running away from white horses. horses. White horses are running away from white horses. Little live audience here. So I wasn't sure. It occurred to me as I was playing that song that I swear in that song, and I did not remember what Facebook Live protocol is, so I choked that one back right at that phrase. So, in case anybody's wondering, let's see. Let me check the time real quick. How is everybody doing? Are we having fun? Remember when we used to do this all the time during COVID? We would do these live shows on streaming. I remember doing it. I did a bunch of them on my YouTube channel. I remember doing it monthly. It was a very interesting time, very historic time. And I think appropriate that you're doing it since that's where your book was written. Justice, there's a hole in my flesh. Justice, just a hole. Just missed where my soul gets enmeshed. If it were mine, justice, there's a hole in my heart, and it bleeds all the time. We'll fix it with an old piece of twine, with stitches and wine. When there's distance across a lifetime, all we know is all we've lost. Then through a hardness, this crime of living, where pain determines our cost. this whole piece of hate still fights to survive. Then kiss, though it's blind to its fate. We'll burn it alive. And when there's heartache, this prize of no place, it steals your breath as if you care. Beware your sadness, it's not a kindness. This fate is all I have to share. Just this, there's a hole in my path, and I stumble all the time. I'll fix it with an old mound of dirt and careless design. Oh, there's more people out there. All right, one more song. I know what I'm gonna do. And I have to, I've kind of been making it a point before I do this song, just to remind people that the country is trying to erase my community, the trans community. They're making it impossible for us to travel and to be comfortable and to be seen. And I need to remind everybody that because people don't know. Shoulder, I understand. I can hold you. I know you can. You're something bolder. There is no plan, and it's getting cold. my sister. There are no others. There is no difference. Could be you. You could be me. We struggle onwards desperately. There's too much fear. There's too much hardness. There's too much here. It's never farthest. Stop your hate. Stop your gun. Stop your fighting. We are one. Hold me, sister, hold me. Hold me, brother, hold me. Hold me, father, hold me. Hold me, mother, hold me. Hold me, sister, hold me. Hold me, brother, hold me. Hold me, father, hold me. Hold me, mother, hold me. Hold me, sister, hold me. Hold me, brother, hold me. Hold me, father, hold me. Hold me, mother, hold me. Hold me, sister, hold me. Hold me, brother, hold me. Hold me, father, hold me. Hold me, mother. Carry me. I'll carry you. We could be stronger. We could be true. Make me wise. Make me breathe. Make me feel you. Make me grieve. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Venus. Hello again. I realized as I was getting ready for today that we're here. Yeah, I'm going to take a breath, and I can't believe this is happening in our house. It's so beautiful, everyone. This won't work well, but a lot of the book was started when I really didn't have a lot of language because we were all in shock and grieving in our ways. And so I thought I could do a little show and tell, though. A lot of it started as these like tiny zines with drawings about whatever was... Hi. Bought a power drill in that one. Some other stuff happened too. When I didn't have a lot of language. So one of the things that's vulnerable and new in this Ceremonies for No Repair for me is that it's hybrid in that there's prose and poetry, which isn't totally new for me, but there are also images. And I'm going to read one more poem that has some images interspersed in it. Am I, though? I think I am. So there's a crown of sonnets in the book for my mother who passed in 2020, in June of 2020. And I know that it's 97% poets who are tuned in right now. But in case you have never heard of a crown or a royal crown of sonnets, it's 15 sonnets that are connected. So the last line of one is the first line of the next. And then sonnets 6 and 7 are on this page so that they're meant to be read like a contrapuntal poem or a column poem. So they read as they're alone and then they read as one poem. I'll read it that way. Mother Corona. Much like memory, yellow bud that was, sometimes I like when a person's forgotten something I've said, so I have the pleasure of saying it twice. How is your garden? She asked already early in the call. The light fades. I call my sister, say, Mom's dying tonight for sure. When I cry, my adulthood fizzles. Still, I want no consolation. The light fades. The world uncouples itself. Not every time, not this time. In the morning, I call the hospital again. Time proved me wrong. Our mother survived another night and quarantined, suffering still. How is your garden? She asks. Suffering still, how is your garden? She asks again. Here are lilacs, iris, the lavender yellow of a new spring, dandelion, she'd call them weeds. Pink roses, red tiger lilies, daisies appeared like goldenrod for bees, milkweed for monarchs, flit around the purple coneflower, balm of anise, hyssop, stinging nettle. Doing my best to tend abundance, then like kudzu, throttling the dogwood, cabbage moths flutter hungrily and spurge, cannot be saved. Everything cannot be saved or even tamed or even loved right. I don't know how anyone sleeps at night. Much like memory, yellow bud that was, suffering still. How is your garden? She asks. Sometimes I like when a person's forgotten again. Here are lilacs, iris, something I've said. So I have the pleasure of the lavender yellow of a new spring, saying it twice. How is your garden? Dandelion, she'd call them weeds. She asked already early in the call. Pink roses, red tiger lilies, daisies. The light fades. I call my sister, say Mom's appeared like goldenrod for bees, milkweed for dying tonight. For sure, when I cry, monarchs flit around the purple coneflower. My adulthood fizzles. Still, I want no balm of anise, hyssop, stinging nettle, consolation. The light fades, the world undoing my best to tend abundance, then couples itself, not every time, not this time, like kudzu throttling the dogwood. In the morning I call the hospital. Cabbage moths flutter hungrily and spurge. Again, time proved me wrong. Our mother cannot be saved. Everything cannot be survived. Another night and quarantined, saved, or even tamed, or even loved right. Suffering still. How is your garden? She asks. I don't know how anyone sleeps at night. I just, as a mood changer and a segue, I have this list, and I also, just in full Capricorn, have it taped to the wall over here too. And I just want you to know that about me, I guess. Now I have the honor and pleasure to introduce my friend Michael Kleber-Diggs. He's currently writing a memoir about his complicated history with lap swimming called My Weight in Water, which is forthcoming with Spiegel and Grau. And he's a 2025 Jerome Hill Artist Fellow in Literature, a poet, essayist, literary critic, art educator. His debut poetry collection, Worldly Things. And thank you, Haley, for sharing all of these links and helping with the chat tonight so much. Won the Max Ritvo Poetry Prize. And so many other prizes. Michael Kleber-Diggs.
I had a specific plan, but then, I don't know, I want to be in conversation with you, all the time, but also tonight. So I'm going to read a couple poems from the pandemic. I just remember while it was happening, especially in the early days, thinking, how shall I remember this time? And wanting to write in the moment about the things that I thought I might forget. But every time I come by and I see your porch, I remember sitting at opposite ends because we wanted to visit. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. This is building a poem about Rupert Murdoch while walking my dogs near animal control. Inside the broken man, a broken boy, broken by the broken boy inside his broken father. Bored by the prospect of building broken boys inside his sons, decides instead to break the breakable world. He could own America and make his dead father proud all at once. Call it a source code. Program the boys as programmable men, then program them to love fear more than love. Across the field from my house by animal control, 2 men in an old blue Saturn sedan stopped near me while I walked my dogs. The driver got out of his car. He walked toward me a little hot. He came right up to me. He said his friend lost his dog, a Siberian Husky. He told me he didn't have a house right now, so he's staying at a motel with a jacuzzi tub and a refrigerator in each room. He said the rent was only $400 a week, and when they find a dog, he's going to let his friend and the dog stay with him. Twice I asked if I could help them in any way. He said he fought in 2 wars. We were standing too close, less than 6 feet apart. Eventually he said, my grandmother told me you can learn a lot about a man by how he treats animals. So you are a good man, he said. I replied I was raised mostly by my mother. He offered his hand, shared his name. I considered all the ways viruses are passed. I was not afraid. I took his hand. It's possible I will avoid the plague. It's possible I will avoid the plague. It's possible I will avoid the plague. Nature walk. Along an asphalt path, a common robin walks beside me, 10 inches away. My strident steps begin to land gingerly. Lavender petals sent by a crabapple tree shower us. Pretty the ground around us, 2 brides. The city streets, so quiet of cars, render the urban air clean, pristine. Few people stroll the park. I think of removing my shoes. Abandon. The robin sings of a life without fireworks. Off in the distance, her chorus. Thinking a lot about spring also, just because it's spring. We also had a super weird winter, but it's spring. And I've been seeing like leafy things break their way up. Buds start to open and signs of life everywhere. This is a poem called It's a Pagoda Dogwood. The title of the poem is in quotation marks because it's a bit of dialogue. In our backyard there lives a short, broad tree, unfurling each April into vibrant green, then blooming and blazing, rich red in summer, pink and orange, then rust to light brown every single fall. Often in winter, fat snowflakes arrive so slowly and land so gently, they coat each limb like down. Perhaps I'm too content to love our tree as just our tree to commit to remembering. Perhaps I'm drawn to other things, or so adrift I tend to forget, because once a year or so, it seems, I find I ask, what's that tree again? The one in our backyard. Always her answer comes, always soft like raindrops rolling off the leaves of trees in the wake of an autumn storm. But still, loving our tree for so many days, for so many years, one would think I could commit its kind to memory. And someday I will. But right now, every morning when the sun comes up, I go visit. You can tell its brown buds have enlarged a bit more. Soon they will open, and then some wrens and cardinals will call. I had a weird memory about when I was young, and my brother and I would go outside, and often I would just sit in the grass and stare at the grass. And I wanted to write about it, and then I thought it would be fun to do an acrostic Ars Poetica. So you can't see the poem, but the acrostic part is my name, Michael. And the Ars Poetica part, I hope, will come forward. I think 97% of the people who are on the call are poets, but if you're not a poet, an Ars Poetica in this instance is a poem about poetry. Sometimes poets will write one to kind of express something about their attitude of art or poetry, and this is called The Poet. Mom stopped at our sliding glass door and stared at me, initially, then at the grass in which I sat, her toddler, quite calm, watching, she thought at first, some fascinating thing holding my total attention. She always tells me she decided almost nothing else was there, just that patch of grass. Years elapsed. Years. That's how long it took me to really see them. Lacewings. Right there. Agitating their lush forest. Enchanted. And I'll close with this just because I'm always so excited to read with Venus and to hang out with Terry and other real rock stars. And this is just a poem called Middle Age Rock Star. It's about me. I just point that out because it might not be super clear if I don't. Paula, thank you so much. I'm so happy for you. Ceremonies of No Repair is such a good book. I'm so proud of you and Haley for also just doing it. I just think I remember sitting in your backyard saying, I think we need our own stuff. Wishing that poets could be like musicians and just, I don't know, put songs, I guess in our case poems, on YouTube and read them from our bedroom and build a big audience and then publish our own stuff and go on tours, but not necessarily have to go through all the establishment sources. And I still think we need that. I think we need other pathways. And you're doing it. Both of you. You're building that, and I'm proud of you. And I'm so honored to be here tonight. Middle-aged rock star with your tricky Achilles and your janky ankle, with your plantar fasciitis and torn meniscus, with your lower T. You were always kind of soft. Softer now as days get harder. A message awaits you in the portal app your specialists use. Bad news. Bad news elsewhere encrypted behind the password-protected dock delivery device you pay for so your tax pro can say, you'll be fined for delay. At home, tall paper piles grow taller. Your retaining wall wants work. Your soffits suck. Your fascia are falling apart. Call your mom, Michael. Fulfill that PayPal ask from your child. Get up early when your cats mew for food. Stand out late so your dogs don't have to wait. Then take different doses of melatonin. You and your beloved butts to each other. Far apart on your California King, which is still pristine. Apply steroid cream to the crack in your left heel. Feel your back start to relax. Think about sleep. Niece next spring, insulating your attic. Wonder if there still will be no evidence of disease. Formulate questions for the visit with your retirement guy Wednesday night and ask about your Social Security, Roth IRA, 401k, required minimum distributions. Oh yeah. Your friend Nikki turns 50 this Thursday. Turn the lights on. Get down on your knees. try to find your Sonic Youth shirt.
Thank you, Michael. I wish you all could. It's weird because we like it's everyone, it's me. I don't know when to be quiet or when to be like in conversation, so you couldn't see us back there going like, thank you, Michael, thank you. Oh, thank you. Beautiful. Guess what? I'm going to read another poem again and then introduce some more guests. So, please, I just can. Yes. Okay. Sometimes when I found my voice again, the lines got really long, so they go this way. And I'm reading this Ghost of Human Contact because, you have that bit of dialogue in a poem, maybe in a title, and then sometimes it's the smartest thing in the poem, and of course I'm quoting Michael. Now you know that. So, Ghost of Human Contact. Stationed across a quarantine one solitary night after another, light years between each star. To our eyes, a constellation implies a whole. One friend said as the group planned our next Zoom meeting, my asshole calendar still asks for the location of events. After months of sheltering, I wrote cold mirages. I had no idea outside of winter. Every room from the house, a kind of altar I roamed through. Votives on the sills, lit overtures. See you soon, we text each other. Yes, scare quotes. Smiley face emoji, heart, heart, heart. All year I will want to be more what, but often I'll just sulk away polar vortex nights in front of HBO Max in a new relationship with my own resistance, developing a twitch in my upper lip. The whole world, a single-minded wish I hadn't previously thought to notice. To be more everything. Remember possible desire, falling, ringless. Remember two separate, equally stupid dreams about romantic longing. Grief and grief and grief, then dinner. Early on it was suggested we hug a tree. We were told, no, you're not alone, feeling alone. Loud music as rice boils. Big Joni in the kitchen. Dance away the invisible feelings. In the dreams, I was either searching for something or hiding from something, unclear. Like waking life, it could have been a both-and situation. In winter, a body waits like any seed in a pouch, equal measure, neither resurrection nor burial. Plumule of a future encased in a shell. I just want to say that I didn't know that we were... This is why I was smiling. We have an extra special guest. She loves Zoom so much. Usually she's up on the table, but anyway, she does love to see herself on camera, so all right. I didn't know we'd have a bonus guest. Thank you. Maybe you have also loved Run Westy Run since the 80s and 90s and needed a fake ID to go see them. Maybe you already have their brand new album, Within Reason, or their album that's just a little over a year old, Beyond Reason. But Haley will help you know where to find them if you don't. So, Terrance J. Fisher and Kirk Johnson.
Thank you, Paula.
Okay, hi.
Hello, world out there.
Baby, in the morning, all through the night, what is your It's the sound of sorrow coming down over what we shared. Why should we care? We lay bound. Trouble came easy to wander. I love the other way, only to find who's there at your window, who's there to put you in bed. I think it's trouble. Oh, yeah, it's trouble. You made me laugh. You made me weep. Go figure how a man could feel with such deceit. Baby, we lay bound. We lay bound.
We're winging it.
Honey, we lay bound. We lay bound.
Complete wing.
Well, we're just kind of trying to
We're winging it.
What's the next one? I'm a time bomb. I'm a flower. I'm a hurricane spinning a maddening hour. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm the icky loop on inserted memory. Blurred in and out so many times. But who am I supposed to be? Whoa, yeah. Whoa, yeah. And when the moment came and I saw it in your eyes, that's when it came as some surprise. Surprise, surprise, surprise. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm high level and lowly chief, standing here with my dick in my hand and my heart on my sleeve. Whoa, yeah, whoa, yeah. And when the moment came and I saw it in your eyes, that's when it came as some surprise. Surprise, surprise, surprise. Oh, yeah.
How much time do we got? Another hour?
What are we gonna do?
The one?
What? Oh, okay. Hey, just fair warning, this is a really sad song. Okay? Brace yourself. Murdered man rises and wipes off his gun. He's going out tonight to explore the setting sun. The target is drawn and the work it is done. See his revenge tonight out on the run. Good night, you got a flower of a different kind. Bye, love, bye, love, bye, love, bye, love, bye, love, bye, love, love, love.
Hello, love. We got another one in us, or how much time? Is that it? I think we're done. We were wondering about one.
Before YouTube tells us we're done.
Oh yeah, but,
Are you on a timer?
should we do one more? Should we do one more?
Curled,
Oh really? Oh gosh, okay. We haven't played this song in a long time.
right? We have one more for you, Paula.
If the ending is curved, I've been there before. Yeah, I wanna go in and open that door. When I hear them speak, I feel something inside of me. I look around, try to find me. I could've lied there, I could've died there, and said it's just not part of me. The stormy luggage, all that I carry to winter weather. If the ending is cold, I've been there before. Yeah, I wanna go in and open that door. Oh, when I hear them speak, I feel something inside of me. I look around, try to find me. Oh, I could've lied there, I could've died there, and said it's just not part of me. The stomach luggage, all that I carry, to bend the weather. Terry Fisher. All right, thank you.
Thank you, Paula.
Thanks, you guys.
Yeah, thank you. That was fun.
That was awesome. Hi again. This is true. I have never done a YouTube live before. I have 2 poems. It seems like kind of traditional final 2 poems thing. And I think we have more than enough time. But what if YouTube just ends at 8:15? Because that's when we said we were done Central Time. So I want to thank Haley so much for everything you're doing tonight, for reading, and also for like the attention and intention you gave to this book. I didn't get to say that to you either. It wouldn't be what it is without you. And to Michael for your words, and Venus, thank you so much. Beautiful. Kirk and Terry, thanks. Thank you so much. Rue, thank you for circling my legs and making me smile during that poem. All right. And thank you all so much for spending part of a Saturday evening or whatever time it is where you are. Thank you. Thank you for watching this. Thank you for thinking about all of our work. This is Per Aspera Ad Astra, which began as It didn't become it became a comic later. So there are also a couple comics in the book as well. It means from difficulty to the stars, basically. So I want to remember how it was stationed outside at 2 a.m., 3 a.m., the Perseids streaking across the ink wet forever of a quarantine. Looking as up as possible, it seemed that the whole world was me and this meteor shower and this night orchestra of insects, single-minded in their desire for one another. Just one wishable star falling after another, and my left hand, lighter, ringless. I hadn't thought to notice until then. And this final poem is, I started with the first and I'm ending with the last poem in the book. It feels like it's healing because of a cat, so yeah. Listened to songs that whole era when it never occurred to me to sing along. What are ghosts? Some black tar energy haunting my nape, according to a psychic. Troubles nuzzled, fears nestled. My neck craned was a crane, performing a verb with a long bird in it, not a machine. Kept thinking the same things and thinking they were new things. Broke the chrysocolla in 3 blue oceans on the floor. I was probably gawking at some morsel of the past again. Basically, spent my days prolonging one's silence by filling it fat. No matter how muted it felt then, most things amplified. You gotta clear that shit, the psychic said, if you want to let truth up and out the top of the bottle of you. Like everybody, I suspected that suffering wasn't helping quite as promised. What if Nietzsche had never gone viral with that "what doesn't kill us" quip? Even in that throat-locked era, it'd be a pleasure to go barefoot again through clover, I thought, often. Then opened the door to no field. Only a back alley. Only another night. There I was, shunning the moon, when that feral cat I love from a distance skulked by to trip the neighbor's motion detectors. It saw me, and I saw it. We went from being 2 taciturn shadows to being whole animals, blinking. The sudden light wore our greeting, like the dark inside its crown. Oh my goodness. How does one traditionally end a YouTube? Oh, the YouTubes. Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh, I like that idea a lot, Terry. I'd like to yeah. Oh, nice.
Yeah.
This is the best part.
Everybody ought to come and say goodbye to the big world out there.
Yeah. I'm already pretty low, so I can.
Where'd you go?
Bye.
Yeah, it's weird because it's our world is the other way. So.
Right.
Yeah. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Thank you so much. Do we?
No, I don't know.
I don't know. All right.